And basically what we're trying to do is save our gardens. We're trying to save the right to grow for all sick Canadians, right? Like the critically ill. Yes, my name is Justin, and I'm representing the Coalition Against Repeal here at Chance Expo 2014. And basically, I'm here with a bunch of great people who have been working really hard to save the right to grow for all Canadians, all sick Canadians. 40,000 patients were just saved by an injunction to allow us to continue to grow until this is settled in a class, in a constitutional challenge, I should say, a federal challenge that's going to be done in maybe the next year, well, hopefully in February, but it might take a while to drain out. In the meantime, what we need to do is raise funds. That's what we're here to do. We have a bunch of great items that are up for raffle that have been donated by a bunch of great people and great companies, and that's what it is. It's our community standing up, getting together, asking for you to come out and to support us, to donate. I don't have any money because of my illness, and I've decided to put in my time. So give what you can, spread the word, and everything helps, every little bit. $1 to $10 to 10 friends to 30. It all counts, and we're a coalition, and we're working hard together to make this happen. So support us, and we'll support you. But I would be the first person to support an LP that was on board with a dual system that supported both home growing for people who wanted to continue to grow, and also to have the ability for LPs to support there is a market for them and people who need them. So I think if there was one who actually supported compassionate pricing and understood what we as patients were about, I would get behind them. I was just following one who I thought was okay. They had some compassionate pricing, some were reasonable. You understand they have bottom lines and CEOs, but they came at it real compassionately, it seemed. And then with their first batch, they say against everything they promised that it's irradiated, radiation. We can't trust them right now. It's a new system. At the very least, it should be a dual system, integrated properly. But again, I don't think it's the best system. I think the MMAR could have been taken out of the gray and not put into such a ridiculous position by our federal government to force us to potentially become criminals. They were wrong from the beginning. We're just trying to clean up their mess. Medical marijuana, I've been a patient for 2 years. This has been an up and down battle. I started with a 3 gram limit. I'm at 20 grams a day, and I take 3 teas a day in tea to infuse. It's coconut oil, right? Great, like these teas, and I take 3 of those a day. But the best part is I was at this festival. You see me standing here. Last year I was here, and I had to be pushed around in a wheelchair by my friends and my family member. And I was in here, and then I was told I would need chemotherapy, a bone marrow transplant potentially, with a very aggressive form of MS, and that I wouldn't get out of the wheelchair. That was far-fetched. So here I am. After learning that, I decided to start a mega-dosing cannabis. I got a pound of weed and made it into oil from a good friend. He gave me a great compassionate price that I would never get from an LP. And he gave me compassionate pricing. And because of him, I was able to make oil. I was able to have that oil, and in 3 months, I was out of my wheelchair. So here I am now, spreading the good word and trying to really just, and hopefully get other people on board and then become other team members. Maybe people who have more energy than I have, because I'm tired, you know, and we need some help and some money, so come on. And realize that what the injustice is, what was just about to happen, what our federal government was about to do. You know, people will get upset. They don't know that we've been pushed under the rug, right? And to understand that these grows are not the fire hazards they are, and that there's not the criminal element and the gangsters involved. So, you know, there's work to do, but we're on the right track. The most important thing, though, honestly, is just getting the funds and paying for the lawyer, John Conroy, to finish. Like I said, we've raised $120,000, but we need 250. That's almost what we've already raised, so we got to double it, you know. Do you mean the injunction? Yeah. Yeah, until it's settled in court. Anyone before a specific date, I forget the date specifically, but you know, there are many people who are affected who were not covered by this injunction, and we're trying to help them sort it out through the legal team and a few members here. You know, there's a lot of work, and trying not to let anyone get left behind. Me personally, I choose to grow myself, right? And unfortunately though, I have a small space and I'm not able to fully accommodate all my needs. So I'm supplemented by a compassion club. A good friend of mine gives me about £1 a month or so, like of shake that I can make into stuff, and it helps. Otherwise, I would never hit the totals. I don't have the power, I don't have the space, and I would like to move, but I'm not moving until February, until this is settled in court, and then hopefully I'll be able to move into an environment where I can fully support my cannabis therapy. Champs Expo, I think it's good. I think it's a good vibe. Everyone seems to be enjoying themselves. From this point of view, I think this is a successful event. You know, I've never been on a booth or anything like that, but it seems like you know, that show just finished up there, but it was just packed when they were speaking, and now everyone's kind of dispersed, and yeah, and it seems, I wish I could see all the speakers, but you know, I'm stuck here. All right, man. Glad I could spread the word. Save our gardens.